So hey, it's John. It's 8:07 p.m. Wednesday, March 18th. Excuse me for a minute. And I think I'm either getting a corona or a flu or a cold, one or the other. That's neither here nor there. That's not why I'm vlogging. About 9 o'clock this morning, some fat, white, trashy looking girl with her hair up in a bun, I mean, chunky fat, came banging on the landlady's door below my windows. Boom, 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 boom. It looked like she was carrying something in her arms. Oh, she had a baby or a kid with her. And you could hear a black guy out on the sidewalk talking to her, saying small stuff under his breath. And then she'd go to the front door, which is down below here. John Fazio's room's right here. The front door's right there. So you got another about 10 feet. Then I could hear her. It sounded like somebody was knocking on my door right here. That's how loud she was banging. So she did this like 9 times. So finally I stuck my head out the window, or not all the way, just to see who it was. That's when I got a glimpse of the top of her head and her fat, ham hock arms flapping in the wind. And she said something to the black guy on the front sidewalk, like, oh, this ain't, I don't know if this is the crib. And he said something to her, and then she said, well, it's 22. And then they walked on. So I don't know if they were coming to see a room or they're just playing more of the landlady's head games. That's why I'm vlogging about it. So they walk away giggling, laughing, and I'm fucking, out, almost hanging out the window trying to see who they are. Next thing you know, about maybe 15 minutes after they walked around the corner, bong on the radiator. So I didn't film that because I wasn't prepared for it. I was sitting here like this and I wasn't like paying attention, and then bong. So the landlady had gotten up by then, or they got into the back of the house and they're playing games. So I get up about a half an hour ago, and I'm sitting here, and next thing you know, there's all kinds of activity under my windows. Listening. So, of course, I do what I normally do, is run them down. Hey, what do you, go get a job. Just quit the drug dealing and stop eavesdropping. So, now she just came out of her house about maybe less than 3 minutes ago, slammed her door, went back in her house. So, I don't know what the fuck these nuts are doing, but they're constantly harassing, constantly fucking with you. And I'm sick. And they don't give a fuck. They don't care if I have liver disease. They don't care if I have my diabetes. They don't care if I have, blind in my left eye and diabetic neuropathy. They don't care how you're feeling. I could have the coronavirus right now, and my nose is running, and I don't have a sore throat, but I am coughing up buckets of phlegm. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, if that's a symptom, or it's just one of those colds you get at the end of winter and summer, beginning of summer. But I'm sick. So they don't care. They don't care if you die. They don't care. As long as they can fuck with you, they're happy. This is what I'm talking about. What is this woman doing with a fucking license to rent? She's a fucking white trash scumbag. And everybody that hangs with her, bananas hanging a bunch, they're all fucking white trash. So, and you don't see them bothering Tom. Tom never comes to me and say, hey man, the landlady was banging on the floorboards. Never. My radiator was clunking. Never. It's always me. And again, it reverts back to John Fazio, and he kept fucking with me, and I kept telling her, and finally she didn't do nothing about it, so I went to zoning. And I continue to call zoning, and that's why she wants me out of here, because they're seeing what a shithole this is. Now, whether they're going to do something about it, that's all entirely different. For all I know, they got her playing games like this to get me out of here so that they don't have to do their jobs. So now we're all in quarantine lockdown. Most of the city hall is shut down, so they're not even working at this point. That ain't going to stop me from making videos, and that certainly ain't going to stop me from calling the health department and anybody else, the SPCA, whoever I got, to get in here to see this shithole. So let them keep playing. All right.